It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello, welcome to the East Daily Download. It's Friday. We're so grateful that you are with us. My name is Mark. I will be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Today we're in Studio E at Eastern North Carolina CW and WNCT Studios. Like many of you, we're off the road for a little while, which is great. We're here at home. It's all good. Bryce is in the studio with me. We're more than 6 feet apart. It's all good. Okay, so we've been doing best of all this week. And what are we going to do today? Well, let's find out together, shall we? Real or imagined drum roll, please. Fashion Friday! All right, that's excellent. So why don't we do this? We have a lot more than Fashion Friday. This is where we're going to start. We have other best of stuff as well, but we're going to start with Fashion Friday. We talked to Anissa a little bit about Fashion Friday and a little behind the scenes, and we're going to show you some of the best of that. So check this out. We'll be back in just a little bit here on the East Daily Download. This is going to be awesome. Let's go.
Now downloading Fashion Friday.
I'm Anissa Sakile, and this Fashion Friday we're at Vautray Boutique for their fall fashion show. Local businesses are joining in and showing some of their latest designs, and proceeds are going towards Daughters of Worth, which is an organization that really impacts women here in Eastern North Carolina. I'm here with owner of Vautray Boutique, Pam Caraway, as you have been featured before in our Fashion Friday segments. Thank you for letting us come back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Just to have the exposure for fall fashion and the 3 stores participating, and as well as Daughters of Worth.
So we are at Vautray Boutique. Pam Caraway, who is the owner here, has partnered with some of the other businesses that are here in the area, and we are coming together for a fall fashion show to show off some of the newest designs of jewelry and fall fashion that is here with several of our girls of Daughters of Worth, with an opportunity to not only empower the girls of our communities, but also to invest with them.
I'm here with Ileana, the owner of Molecular Jewelry here in Greenville, and I know that we are here, but you get your inspiration from basically worlds away. So could you tell me about that and your upbringing and how it led you here?
Well, Anissa, it's a pleasure to have you, first of all, in my store, in my studio. The journey started when I wanted to help the Maleku tribe, which is the name of my line of jewelry, Maleku. Maleku means Indian in love, and is an indigenous tribe in the northern part of Costa Rica, my native country.
Born and raised in Costa Rica, she moved to the U.S. as a teacher to reach her goal. Ileana discovered her passion with jewelry making and design, and she worked to create her first collection.
And there was an entry that I sent in Costa Rica, Oscar de la Renta, who's now dead, and he was the one who chose my line of jewelry. They were looking for upcoming designers for Miami International Fashion Week.
Molecular Jewelry was selected among 67 designers to attend Miami International Fashion Week.
So I went to Miami. There I met the CEO from New York Fashion Week.
The Greenville Art Museum is showcasing fashion as a form of art by putting on a runway show featuring local businesses in the community. So I'm here at the Greenville Museum of Art with Trista Porter, who is the interim executive director, and I'm just wanting to know your role here tonight with Fashion on Display and your role at the museum.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the museum as a whole, I kind of handle a lot of different things. I actually started out as the curator, and I still do a lot of the exhibitions and collections management type stuff at the museum. Anything that has to do with the artwork, I'm kind of in charge of. And then events like this, our Fashion on Display is a fundraiser. We ended up having a really incredible turnout last year and totally surpassed what our goals were for the event, which was not only to bring people in and to make money for the museum, but really to get a lot of exposure for the local vendors as well. So we just kind of went full force with it. We have more vendors this year than we did last year, so always trying to expand it. We have a really wide range of stuff. So we have Serendipity Boutique does mostly consignment designer stuff, so that they're really focused on sustainable fashion. Stella and Dot dealer Laura Reynolds in town, so really emphasizing this year, especially the accessories as well. Crownie's Couture has more gowns. They're paired with Bailey's Fine Jewelry. Votre Boutique from Marfa and Monkeys is a returning one from last year. It's just going to be a fun time. It's going to basically be a lot of people out dressed to impress, I guess. We'll have signature cocktails for our VIP ticket holders, and you can see in the gallery we've got all these awesome swag bags.
The Greenville Art Museum really put fashion on the center stage, showcasing local businesses with styles for everybody and every occasion. With the East Daily Download, I'm Anissa Sakile. I'll see you next Friday.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. I'm here in studio, joined by Bryce on the other side of the camera. We both hope you're doing well. Okay, so we did a little bit of Fashion Friday. We'll revisit that later on in the show, but right now we want to pivot just a little bit, and we want to focus on Live at Whirly Gig Stage. We spent a little time down there doing a couple of episodes, and a little bit later, you're going to hear part of a conversation we had with the owners of Live at Whirly Gig Stage is really what it's called. But our musical performances are live at Whirly Gig. And a little later in the show, at the very end, you're going to hear some of the best of musical performances. So stick around. Let's head out right now to Whirly Gig.
Now downloading Live at Whirly Gig Stage.
Hi, I'm Lauren Pate, and I'm here with patient 804. Hi, how are you doing today?
Good, you?
Doing good, doing good. Can you introduce yourself to everybody out there?
I'm patient 804. My real name is Jacob Ellis. I'm from Illinois, Central Illinois, and I moved out to Eastern North Carolina a couple of years ago.
Your equipment is, I mean, I haven't really ever seen anything like this. You really are, you know, one-man band, but like you were saying, without the, you know.
Basically, all of my guitar and voice come through this big on the ground.
In terms of the writing process and how you write your songs and figure out how you're gonna layer all this stuff, how does that work?
A couple ways. Either I'll just start playing on an acoustic guitar, writing a song, and then I'll kind of incorporate more layers on top of it. Or I'll start just messing around, making up loops, and I'll come up with something that I find interesting, and then I'll record it so I can memorize how to play that.
In terms of influences, do you have any musical influences, like any?
Oh yeah. Yeah, obviously Ed Sheeran, who does the looping stuff, and Tash Sultana, who's, I don't know if you know her, she's an Australian artist who also does looping stuff.
Let's see, if you could collaborate with any musician, dead or alive, anybody, who do you feel like that would be?
That would be Ed Sheeran.
There you go. That was quick.
So Ed,
there was no thought.
Ed, if you're out there, we could write a pretty cool song together.
It's true. I've heard him play. I'm here with David Lee Jones. Hey, David, how are you today?
I'm good. Hope you are.
Doing good, doing good. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
You are a two-time Carolina Music Award winner.
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us about it? Back-to-back years, actually, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't even know I was nominated. I was in North Dakota. My wife called, and I was just waking up in a hotel room, and she asked me, had I seen Facebook? And I said, no. I said, what's on Facebook? And she says, you've been nominated for a Carolina Music Award. She says, Luke Combs is in that category. I said, well, okay, well then I'm not going to win it. And because Luke Combs was in that category, I figured, well, there's no need to get tickets to go to the show. I've got shows scheduled myself.
Right.
So we went on to Chesapeake the night of the show, and just before I walked on stage, maybe 5 minutes before we were getting ready to go on stage, my wife calls, and I said, what's wrong? That's the way I answered the phone. What's wrong? And she says, you won. You can get all my music on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere they sell digital music. My website is davidleejones.org. Everything about me is there. Or you can just Google David Lee Jones, and my mug will pop up.
Here at Whirly Gig Stage with Mary Amanda. We're going to learn some about her today. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So I hear that you started in music early at like 3 years old. Is that right?
Yeah, I started in church in the choir, then I went to school with the choir, and then it just kind of bloomed into being a songwriter.
So now you play a variety of instruments, not just the guitar. Can you tell us what other instruments you play?
Yeah, so like you said, I play the guitar, I play piano, mandolin, ukulele, flute. I feel like I'm forgetting some, but yeah.
That's a lot.
And bass, yeah. I started
wow.
picking up bass, so yeah.
That's awesome. You're very musically inclined.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't just sing locally here. You sing nationally as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I do. I have been to Nashville a few times. I got to play CMA Fest this past June.
If anybody wants to find you on social media or find out where you're going to be playing next, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best way to find out where I'm playing next and just to keep up with me, I have an Instagram, Marymanda M, Twitter, Marymanda Music. I'm on YouTube and Facebook, and Reverb Nation. A lot of artists use that. All my shows will be listed there.
WNCT.com has a feature called Yes, We're Open. If you're a local business that's still open, tell us about it by submitting your information, your business name, location, and availability on WNCT.com. If you're a customer looking for businesses operating in your area, go to Yes, We're Open to see what's open near you.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start. Quick reminder, 2 other ways beside Eastern North Carolina CW how you can watch the show. WNCT.com under the Download tab and the WNCT mobile app, which is available for free at the Google Play and the App Store. You get it, you download it, and you can watch this or any episode. It's a great resource to have. Plus, it gives you local news and local weather. All good stuff. Okay, what we're going to do right now is we're going to head back out to Whirligig, and we're going to showcase part of the interview that I did a little while ago with Jason and Lana, the owners of Whirligig Stage. Had a really good time talking to them. They're great people. Let's take a look. We're here at Live at Whirligig Stage, a different kind of format today. We're sitting here at a table. You guys are getting ready for a show. I'm joined with Jason and Alana, the owners of Whirligig Stage. So we just want to talk about, we're here all the time getting musical performances, but this theater is a lot more than that. And we'll get to that in a second. Let's go back. Let's tell everybody your origin story, how you even got to the Eastern North Carolina.
Well, we actually met in a graduate program.
Okay.
So he was majoring in theater design and technology, and I was doing an MFA in acting and directing. Okay. So we sort of,
it just happened.
Yeah.
Ballroom dancing
Ballroom
class.
dancing class, yeah.
Of course, that's what I was going to guess.
They needed a couple extra guys, so they went into the scene shop and they said, how would you like
you
to go?
Come now.
Yeah. And he was one of the only guys who didn't have sweaty hands and who could make eye contact with me. I mean, you take them out of the design shop and they're a little socially awkward sometimes, but he was like on top of it.
Well, we moved here for a job at ECU. I took a position in the theater department there. We were in Greenville for about a year and just fell in love with the area, the ease at which that we were able to get involved, and we wanted to get more involved and wanted a place to do the work that we specialize in.
And we don't just have to join community groups. We can actually do what we've been trained to do and bring people together doing what we know how to do.
And you felt compelled to do that.
And the first year that we were here was on a fixed term position. The second year I advanced into a tenure track position, but the first year we were unsure of how long our stay in Greenville was.
Right.
And we had made a lot of friends, gotten involved with the Greenville JCs and different local community events, and it just really felt like the right time and the right place.
So before you'd gotten a hold of the building, but the building wasn't ready for move-in, and so you had the ability to stage shows, but you put them in a tent out in the parking lot, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us about that. Was there regret along the way, or second guessing?
I think definitely.
We always second guess ourselves as creative people.
Yeah.
We're always looking at the things we do, and it's never done. But the glory of the creative process and the performance aspect for us is that, as opposed to I need it to be done so I can put it in a gallery and try to sell it, as a performer, it's done when the audience has arrived, and you know, you're willing to get going. And we learned a lot about that, especially. You know, you can do an amazing, the most amazing production of Peter Pan you will ever see can be done in your children's backyard.
And it makes it even, it makes us grateful for even what we have now, which is still not a lot. So, but we know how to create magic with and rely on our actors and the storytelling.
So is there any you know, last minute things you want to let the audience know about that are coming up here at the Whirligig stage?
Well, I really want to plug Macbeth, which is our next Whirligig Youth Academy show.
Okay.
It's got actors from ages 13 to 17, and they're pretty incredible. But it's going to be spooky, it's going to be interesting.
What the fog machine's for, right?
Yeah. We're creating all the sound live, so it's got some instruments and some chorus of screams and chorus of whispers, so there's all sorts of cool stuff happening.
Jason, Alana, it's awesome being here. Thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to seeing you at the next Live at Whirligig stage and, you know, continuing the partnership.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Well, that is going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. Thank you so much for joining us all this week with our special Best Ofs. Boy, we've done a lot. We have done Down Eats, People and Places, Fashion Friday, Q&A with AQ, Farm Report. We've gone to Kinston for On Location. We've gone to Chocowinity. Woo! Done a lot of stuff. Got to talk to some great people in our one-on-one interviews, conversations with. But right now we're going to wrap things up for the week, and we're going to head back to Whirligig stage and showcase some of the best musical performances that we have had. Bryce is the one who usually puts those together. Give a very big thumbs up. And she says these are all great, so let's take a look. You have a great week, and we'll see you next week on more new episodes of the East Daily Download. Until then, have a great one, everyone. Bye-bye.
taught me everything I know about distance and in between. Oh, Nebula, I think I know what you mean. You mean to tell me that we're all made of the same interplanetary love dust? You got my brain exploding, I'm soon supernova in as the macro and the micro coalesce and bust.
Take a little ferry ride, dolphins jumping alongside it. Seagulls are laughing in the wind. Maybe sad or maybe broke, in the land of overcoat. Well now, my heart is on the mend. I could say she don't.
One more hour till you touch the ground. Are you going home or is this a brand new town? Land in fields of colored lights to chase a dream or catch another flight. You'll pick a spot in baggage claim. You'll hear a lot of city names, but you know you're ending up exactly where you're meant to be. Paradise, change your life out in the sky. First class or in the back.
And now I think I might be having withdrawals. My hands keep shaking, my heart beats racing, and I think I might be loving you more. But who could have predicted that I would be addicted in time so short? In time so short. But your toxic lips are an LSD trap, making me sick to the bone.